Good afternoon. I told you all that we're going to have more crowd than panelists. I promise you that, because we've been used to be an interesting panel at the end of the conference, so people will stay the whole day long. So I'm delighted to be here today. Before we dive in, I want to take a brief moment to acknowledge recent events in my home region. 2 years ago, on the exact date according to the Jewish calendar, I stood on the stage at the last World Marina Conference in Villa Mora, just a day after that devastating attack in Israel. I was overwhelmed, but received warmth and support from this community that I will never forget. Just a few days ago, we marked what may be the end of that painful chapter with the return of the remaining hostages and the ceasefire military operation in Gaza. I know that this has been an emotional and complex issue internationally, and we deeply share the concerns for all innocent life affected. But today, standing here again, I feel the sense of hope for a more peaceful future and also for new possibilities in our industry. We may now see greater regional integrations with more open routes and collaboration in the Mediterranean that gives us something meaningful to look forward to. Now, going back to, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, going back to our topic, we would like to discuss the issue of shaping the digital marina ecosystem, turning buzzwords into actions. I would like to start with a quick show of hands of how many of you in the crowd are actively working in the smart or digitalization initiatives related to the marina infrastructure in the audience. Okay, thank you very much. So, we are flooded with buzzwords: AI, digital transformation, data, automation. All of these terms are sometimes overused and often misplaced, but mostly these are complex concepts that are difficult to implement and require comprehensive infrastructure in place to be applicable. The Smart Marina Working Group of ICOMIA is working these days to build a guideline for the industry on how to undertake steps toward digital transformation and become smart, to translate the buzzwords into practical roadmaps that harness what the fast-evolving technology has to offer today. I must say that currently our industry is moving exceptionally slow, and this is when our baseline is low was in the first place. As people attend this kind of event to be updated on the most recent trends and developments, I would like us as speakers to provide them with exactly that. We would like the panelists to take these basic concepts and how to explain to the audience how these fit to their plans and activities for the coming years and beyond. I would like to start with a question to the Marina Products and Services. Since your job is to speak with Marina managers and you spend hours talking with them, I would like to start with a short introduction and would like to hear more about what you actively working and doing and in the terms of long-term trends that you envision in the area of your activity. I'll start with Laura. You will be the first one. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thanks, Idan. I'm happy to share the discussion with you today. The trends that we heard for the last 2 days, we talk a lot about provide customer experience, profitability, safety, and also the strong and integrated tools and the development of Marina network for the group. So in the center of all of this issue is probably the data and how we managed it.
Thank you. Thank you. Please. Tony.
Buongiorno a tutti e tante grazie per gli organizzatori per preparare questo event in Venice. Thank you to have me here. My name is Tone. I'm coming from the Marina Master. I'm owner and founder. Marina Master is a software solution with which we try to help to digitalize all the processes in the marina resort, not just reservation and booking and invoicing and such things, but all what the one marina resort needs. You know that the usually owner spend for his boat about 10 to 15% of the value of the boat, and this is our goal, how to help to the marinas and marina resorts to achieve this. What will be and what it is, you know that this session is replaced, and this is our main phase, that main issues that we are facing to daily changes. Everything is changing very fast. Behavior of the customer is changing very fast, and also the IT technology on the other side is changing very fast. And we must, on some way, put these things together. Maybe for the beginning is enough. Okay.
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Sure. Is it on?
Yes.
I mean, as an IT guy, I should know. Hi, good afternoon to everybody. My name is Kresimir ZIc. I have this enormous privilege to work in this wonderful industry for the last 25 and more years, actually in various capacities. I started as a Marina Punat manager, and in the entire process as a manager, we actually, the entire team, we led the transition from an old-fashioned marina into one of the most advanced Croatian marina. As part of this process, we created our own ERP system, Marinacloud, now widely adopted other marinas as well, and Sense for Boat as our latest, let's say, innovation, which we were actually lucky enough to find an excellent partner in D-Marin, which now adopted the solution on more than 10,000 boats are already equipped with the solution. Actually, there is a general underlying idea which somehow motivated my work in the last 25 years. I was always compelled with thesis of having a marina as a luxurious parking spots, and we always trying to find ways and technology to transform the marinas is in customer-oriented hospitality business, providing to our customers more than a mere parking space or a berth for the boat. And this is where actually the technology, which we actually created in the last year, was a crucial part of the entire puzzle.
Thank you. Jamaine.
Good afternoon. Jamaine Campbell, CEO of Elite Dynamics. We're a UK-based organization who specializes in designing platforms for the leisure industry. Our foundations lay firmly in the holiday park, camping site, RV park industry. Over the last 2 years, we've taken the technology that we've adopted for the caravan parks and brought it into the marinas space. We've conducted some intensive market research, and we found that the challenges that marinas are facing from a digitization perspective have already been overcome by the holiday parks. I'd suggest that the marina is probably 7 years behind on the journey of digitization. We specialize in providing the solutions based on Microsoft Dynamics technology to deliver a single framework for all data to be managed, all revenue streams to be managed. It provides the ability to upsell and cross-sell. Having spoken to the people at the ICOMI event this week, I think it's clear that data is the driving force for all change, whether that's sustainability data, whether that's customer data, revenue data. And once we collect that data, then you can use AI of many sorts to be able to allow you to generate further revenue, use IoT devices to identify any infrastructure or safety risks. So I'm very excited to share the panel with you guys today. But I think we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, whereby if we can provide a unified platform for marina operators and their customers, then I think it support growth for all marinas, whether you're a single marina operator with one revenue stream or multiple marina or a marina operated with multiple locations over many revenue streams.
Thank you. Vittorio?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vittorio Impallomeni. and I'm the founder of Navistra, a software company for Italy specialized in digital solutions for the marina and boating industry. I want to thank you, the organizer of the World Marina Conference, Roberto Perocchio, Alberto Sonnino, and it's a real pleasure to be here to talk about one of the most exciting and also most challenging opportunities for our sector, innovation and artificial intelligence. We are leader in Italy in marina and boat yard management software and application for boater, and we make also a large use of AI in our development. Let's imagine, for example, a predictive berth management system, one that combines weather forecast, historical arrival data, local events, and seasonal trends, and dynamic pricing to anticipate the flow of boats. That's our jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Toste, we're going to come back to you. I skipped on purpose on Matti, because now I want to get to the D-Marin discussion. When we had kind of discussed Marina concept, everything ultimately comes down to the standardization of data and communication. This is a challenge that we often see and hinder the high fragmentation within our industry. D-Marin has managed to accomplish the complex task of achieving a significant level of standardization across its different locations and countries. Could you share with us how this has been succeed and implemented throughout the D-Marin network?
Of course. First of all, I mean, now you hide as a moderator, right? Last time you sat on the panel, so good to have you there. So, hi everyone. I'm Matti. Everybody knows me like that. And many of my colleagues said it before. If you want to deliver that one, you have to be obsessed with customer experience. And when you say obsessed with customer experience, probably everybody would say that because there are some clever guys on YouTube saying the same thing. But maybe you have seen that Can has said the same thing, Christina has said the same thing, Dean has said the same thing, Andrea said the same thing, and on Wednesday, Oliver said the same thing. So when you ask me about how you want to drive the change, you have to first make sure that the top management team has this in their obsession. That's the first thing. And when you ask me further on digitalization, for me there is 3 things that drives the value within a company that helps you with digitalization. It all starts with the first thing, and that is higher NPS. What does that mean in normal language? It's just like make boaters happy. That doesn't mean that you have to serve them with everything they like, but you have to have a high NPS. Without a high NPS, it's impossible to drive your business further. To understand that, you have to understand the pain points of customers, because to make them happy, you have to listen to them, to understand them. And for that reason, we did a huge research to find out about what are the common pain points in marinas that can be served with digital products. And that doesn't mean that you replace humans or whatever. This is a premium human business. You create digitalization to support your people to look like rock stars with it. You don't replace in this industry with a digitalization. It's impossible. Therefore, you make them happy, you create nice products, you create innovations, and by that, I have Kresimir with me. You have like those great founders, Kresimir Goyan on SensorBoat, who created sensors, and when we saw that customer pain points was that they feel that 11 months in the year the boat is unattended, they want to know the status of the boat. They want to know it's secure. And these guys have just invented it greatly, so we don't need to build it ourselves. We just made a partnership and it's amazing. So thanks for that product, and it works on over 1,000 boats already. Second one, when you look at it, or maybe to mention on that, making boaters happy, just to not get me false, right? We want to earn money, and my colleague Dean is sitting over there, and if you create those happiness on customers, you can create a premium price on them. Just to be very honest, right? You want to not be the cheapest in the market. You want to be someone who's out of that competition because you offer something that is not comparable. Second element you want to create is visibility in the market. If you want to build a brand in the marine industry, I'm not from that industry, I'm now 4.5 years in it, but there is not many consumer brands in this industry. When people talk about marinas, they talk about places. They talk about a marina place, but they don't talk about brands so much. And therefore, if you want to build a brand, a consumer brand, a real consumer brand here, you have to make you visible. And therefore, fields like Yachting should feel, what also Dean and his team has greatly produced, means that we can now put that on website, we have that on social media, and it has a visibility that goes through the roof. But you need to create your brand. And you don't do that to be proud of yourself. You do that because you want to have leads, you want to have inquiries, you want to, at the end, earn more money by sales. Therefore, visibility is one of the key elements you need to do. The third element, and it's underestimated, is you need to have transparency within your business. You need to optimize your business. And I followed a bit of LinkedIn posts on data, and is human more interesting than data or something like that. I'm sorry, I look younger sometimes than I am, I'm 46. But guys, this is not a matter of choice between people and data. You use data to make your people look amazing in front of the customer. If you think of a marinero in our place, he knows the customer name before he comes, because we provide it to his application. And by doing so, you give him an opportunity that he looks amazing in front of the customer. The sensors, for example, it would be nothing worse if the alert goes to the customer who sits in Germany, but his boat is somewhere in Mirabello. You have to inform the marinero that something is going on at the boat, because the first 30 seconds might be the relevant ones that the boat don't burn. So if you want to create exceptional customer experience, you need to do this triangle. And one more step on the data is, if you want to manage your data professionally, people talk about occupancy, and I hear a lot, we are full, everything is fine. When you really look at occupancy in many marinas, they are not full. And when you then go one deeper on the square meter occupancy, it's far below. And therefore, if you really want to drive your business, you use data for those purposes, and then you got happy customers, you are visible in the market, you build a brand, and you optimize your business. With this triangle, you can do everything, and then you got a management team who's supporting it. Those are the elements to drive our business. This is what we believe in. And as a last word maybe on that is, you need to then accept the fact that in an industry that is lasting so long, with people who are 20, 30 years doing the mooring of boats, and they are amazing. When you look at this typical graph of how skilled people are on digitalization and how motivated they are to learn, we get so many motivated people to learn. But if you want to get the skills, you need to train them, you need to show them, and you need to explain them the why this is important for them. If they don't see the benefit of the solutions, then they will skip the solution. So you need to build stuff that people like and love, and then they will follow you, and then it's very easy to do it in 26 marinas, you can do it in 100 marinas, because hotels and other have already delivered that in the past, and we are not rocket science doing anything. We just follow the path that others before us have already done.
I love the obsession part, and another question that we had a chance to speak a lot about the digitalization, and I'm wondering, I think you're the first one in the industry that is the chief digital officer, right? One of the first one, right? You're the first chief digital officer?
In the industry or what?
Yeah, in the marina networks in the industry. I think you are one of the first, let's agree on that. So I'm wondering, like, to bring the change of digital transformation with marinas, how you do it? Managing a marina is so complex, and how you manage to get into the marina and kind of bring that change within the marina operation.
You actually have seen my colleague on stage. He's the magic maker. I can sit in a headquarter in Glyfada doing some nice stuff, but at the end you need to put it on the ground. You got a Turkish country director who is standing behind all of our solutions so much that he puts it in his daily meetings. He's asking if the handover of the sensor has happened, if it's installed. He's following the process. And if you got those engaged people on the ground, then it's so easy. So everything starts with the leadership of your company. If you lead your people right, if you train them right, if you explain them the why, they will explain their people, they will explain their people. I cannot manage every day to be with every marinero or every front office, but I can teach the next line, and I can tell, and if we are aligned or if we disagree, we stay on that table and we agree at a certain moment. Because if we don't agree, we run out and I say A and the other one says B. It doesn't mean that my A is the only A. There can be a middle ground. We have to find it, and then we will push it through. So the magic stick is find the right people, right mindset. You can train anybody on anything today. easy tools. But when you got the right mindset of the leadership team, it can go through all the lines.
Thank you. Toste, for you. First of all, Toste is from JPI Ocean. You specifically deal with research and ocean data collection. Can you please share with us about your work today?
So I am a marine scientist. I am a chemical oceanographer at GEOMAR in Germany. So as a scientist, my job is to make us all understand the ocean and marine environment better, and increasingly understand how it's changing and how it's impacted by human activities in both good and worse cases. So in a sense, I'm representing two organizations here, JPI Oceans, which is Joint Programming Initiative. Oceans is an intergovernmental pan-European platform for increasing the efficiency and impact of research and investments by aligning national investments and initiatives. As such, we have founded this Marinas network, which we're representing here today. But I'm also representing an innovation platform funded in Germany. It's called Shaping an Ocean of Possibilities for Science Industry Collaboration. And as such, we enable non-scientists to contribute to ocean observations. The ocean is so big, and we cannot, as scientists, afford to sample everywhere and where we would like to do. There's a lot of good sensors out there that we can have on non-scientific infrastructure. So in the SOUP project, we are trying to improve the technology to make it easy to use and inexpensive. We're trying to create a support structure for non-scientists to make the observations. And we're making sure that the data are being available, quality controlled, and used for the blue economy, for you, the marinas, society, and in the end of the day, can be used for science. So why are we, as a marine scientist, why are we working with marinas? Well, the truth is that even though the coast is just here and it's easy to go out and make a measurement, we just don't have a lot of reliable data on the really close to coast area where we all care about. And I'm talking about environmental data. I'm not talking about economic data and how many boats. I'm talking about temperature, salinity, waves, currents, winds, that kind of data. So in that sense, we are trying to find the interface where the data that we collect in collaboration with the marinas are useful for marinas and for the customers. Talking about waves, current, water level, temperature as a starter. These are things that is important for science, but could be useful for marinas. So we're trying to build up this collaboration in SOUP. And I think this is a package that we have now developed with a company in Germany. That, you know, we can see, you can go to our SOUP booth over there, and we have information about this very low threshold package that you can put in your marinas, and you can display the data in real time. And tell you, we were on Monday morning, we were at the Marinas Shipyards here in Lagoon, and installed the first unit in Italy. And you can go on the website right now and look at the temperature and sea level and waves at the Marinas Shipyards here. And I really hope that we can build on that and move that forward.
Thank you. We know that some of the people on the stage are known for selling software or services for marinas, but beyond that, they've spent years and years of listening to marina operators and adapting and solving real problems. This is a rare chance to kind of tap into the collective knowledge that exists today. So if you have a question, I want to encourage you to send message on the Telegram channel that we have, so we can ask them. We already have at least one question there. We're going to get back to this in a minute. But I want to go back to Laura, and I want you to hear from you. So the audience here is looking to get updated on the most immediate developments. I would like to, if you can share with us the immediate tech developments that are planned in the coming year, like very, very practical. What do you have in your pocket for the industry? And we're going to ask some of the review as well.
Just to make sense to my answer, let me tell some words about my activity and what we do at Opti'sea. Opti'sea, we aim to unlock the full potential marinas. And so how do we do that? We design and implement an AI-powered image analysis system that collects images, that analyze data and delivers knowledge about the boat traffic, the speed navigation, and the access. So our proprietary technology allows to turn this data into actionable knowledge to anticipate the activity, to decide and act. So the roadmap is to drive business with data, collect powerful insights, analyze these data, and tailor services accordingly, as you said earlier. So, but today, what already exists is like static information, you know, it's like some information that we give in the software, for example. It's very important, but it's, there is a lot of alive data also that we are able to manage electric and energy information today. But there is a lot of boat movement, boat traffic that is huge, and this data today is managed by the experience, but it could be very interesting to have a factual data about it, to be able to understand global and individual usage in order to provide services accordingly. So I think that we have to collect insightful data and then analyze this data before to see abroad.
Thank you, Tony.
What we are doing and what we shall do, as you know, we are now present in all continents with our software solution. So I'm a little bit in opposite than my colleague, because we are the chief officer, IT chief officer for a lot of marinas from East Australia to the West Canada.
How many marinas, if we can ask?
More than 100. I don't count anymore.
Yeah?
I know counting.
We don't
okay.
count children, it's not allowed. So.
Yeah, okay, what is the common? What we recognize all this, especially last years, the axiom is there are no two marinas in the world that operate in the same way. Every marina has their own soul, you know this. And also, we are in the biggest chain, for example, in Australia, and in the same marina, every marina has their own soul. It's different. And I think we really listen a lot about the experience. One of our goals we have is, on the one side, we are working a lot on the optimization of implementation, our solution, and to cover the needs of the marina and to cover the goals of the marina managers. But as is already said a lot, we also working a lot to give to the customer the very high and good experience using our My Marina app. And don't forget on the staff, because the staff is the center of all. Staff need also solution and already have it, and we improve it. To work with, as Matthias said, must be such that they love it and that they have all the data that needed on the hand. So our vision is that on the one side, automate all what is possible. On the other side, everything must be in the hand. Not in the watch yet, but will be also on the watch. But today is available and will be available on the mobile.
Thank you. Kresimir, please.
Yeah, there are many new technologies apparently coming to the market. I see actually a lot of potential in adapting the smart city technology to the marinas. I'm pretty sure that you agree with me. There are so many similarities between smart cities and smart marinas. A marina can be, in a way, considered as a micro city. And, you know, in these smart cities, and there are many cities are now adopting They are now using technologies like smart metering, smart energy meter, smart water meter, people counter, and this is the technology which can easily adapt it in a marina in many different ways. Particularly, it is maybe the energy measurement, energy and water management, which has become, meanwhile, a key strategic requirement for every marina, and not only optional, not only what a marina can optionally do. There is a new regulation is coming and producing basically on that topic in the last years. So we can say in a way that ESG has become somehow like a license to operate. And the entire smart city technology, since the sensors and the technology is very well known, and the sensors are produced in enormous quantities, in millions, it made actually the technology affordable for the marina. And we are currently developing a system where the idea is actually to deploy all those sensors across the entire marina, to collect and to process and to collect all the information from different sensors, and on the end, feed all those information in an AI system. The AI is, as you know, as we all know, actually is AI thrives on the complexity of data. So if you take the data from the sensor, if you provide some additional metadata on top of this data, the AI models are powerful enough to draw conclusions from all those data which are far beyond the analytical capabilities of us humans. So I guess, this technology, AI in the combination of IoT technology, will be definitely significant, and I would say maybe even groundbreaking for the development of the entire industry.
I think many would agree with you on this. Jamaine, please.
Yeah, I think some of the trends that me and my team are seeing in the marina industry, we've seen before in the holiday park industry, in that the demand for technology as you go through your digital journey.
Jamaine.
Yeah, I think you've got pressures coming from all angles. I think you've got consumer pressure because your consumers, the users of your marinas, they want to have their account on an app, on a mobile device. They want to be able to interact with the Marina Master, the Marina managers. They want to be able to interact with their own account in terms of reprinting invoices and raising boatyard services jobs or maintenance service jobs or joining the membership club or booking into the gym. So there's a pressure there to digitize for your consumers. I think there's pressures coming from the actual on-marina operators to put the power of the platform in their hands, so they want to be able to walk around with devices where they get maintenance jobs or they get dock walks or any health and safety alerts directly to their device so that they can complete any task on the go. I think one of the challenges that we face as an organization trying to digitize this industry is that we try to provide solutions that are fit for purpose, whether you're a large multi-marina operator or a small single marina operator. And I think AI has a part to play, but we need to be careful that AI is not the destination. I think you just mentioned it there, that AI will sit on top of the data and allow you to analyze the data and pull together some conclusions, whether that's by behavior or whether that's upsell and cross-sell opportunities. But I think each marina operator has to have a technological plan, has to have a strategic plan whereby you choose the right platform to use and understand the interoperability of that platform with other systems such as IoT devices. Once you get that application architecture correct, you can then layer large language modules and AI platforms on top of that. So I think that the trend is that we're trying to do more with what we have. There was conversations earlier on that AI is not designed to replace humans, but it's certainly designed to allow them to do more work. As an organization, we're trying to work with the marinas to just understand how we allow them to do less. And when I say less, it's like paperless, it's frictionless, it's contactless, it's fearless, in fact, but it's all built on a solid strategic foundation based around the IT that's available out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Vittorio, please.
Okay. We are focalized in the boater experience inside the marina. We think about a single app, simple, intuitive, interfaced with Marina software, becoming the virtual assistant of every captain, an intelligent hub where all relevant information converges. Real-time sea condition, berth availability across nearby marinas, local attraction, restaurants and events, booking service, and even status status data from the boat integrated from onboard sensor. All this coordinated by a virtual assistant powered by AI capable of understanding user habits and anticipating needs. An assistant that doesn't just answer, but actually thinks with you. Okay, the only thing that I can say, and that this is the main challenge for innovation in our field, is that the marina and boating sector is small and fragmented. It doesn't attract the same level of investment and venture capital that drives AI adoption in the industry like hospitality and transportation. We hope in a collaboration, data sharing, and a common vision to grow an ecosystem that allows innovation to scale even for small and medium-sized marinas.
Thank you. Toste, to you, if you can share with us how marinas can be engaged with you, what is up for you in the coming year?
Yeah, thank you. So I learned a lot about being here and talking to the marine operators and the customers. And one thing that I realized is that some of the data on the environment that we can gain from our sensors is really important for the marina infrastructure as well. Now, I want to come back to the concept of a smart marina, and I think being smart is part of that is understanding your environment. And we all on the water, so understanding what's happening in the water, temperature waves, and other parameters is going to be an important part of being sustainable and being smart. So the future for us, we have this JPI Ocean Marina Network, 4 nations. I hope that by the next year we can have doubled that number. We have developed a simple marina-specific sensor kit that we installed in 6 marinas. I hope by the end of next year we have 50 marinas in the network actually measuring. We have a platform, a network, or a website and an app under development, and I hope we're going to see much more use of that. And in the end of the day, I hope that this is something that the marina is going to come to us or to the commercial manufacturer of this sensor kit, say we want to be part of this network. This is something that we like as a marina to understand our infrastructure, but also as a service to our customers. So my goal is to kind of expand a lot of this build-up phase we had so far. Thank you.
Thank you. Matthew, so operating within a marina network is one thing, but networks can often integrated relatively easy, let's say, after you described how process and painful this could be. This is like implementing more advanced smart marinas concept usually requires visibility, communication, data collection within the marina, immediate surrounding, including neighboring marinas that may not be part of the network. How would you approach the challenge of extending the connectivity and data integration beyond the boundaries of the marina of your own network?
Good question. How do I say it right? When we acquire marinas and we look first time into the integration data, I don't think that anybody of you could estimate how many correct email addresses or how many correct phone numbers there are in those marinas. So when you ask me if I need the data from the outside right now, from anyone else, I would for now say it's not yet the time. we need quite a lot of time to collect from every customer the right name, the right email address, the right phone number, the right birthday, and not because I sell it somewhere, because I want to use it. I want to greet somebody to the birthday. But when you don't have that information, how do you want to deal with this customer? If we want to send an alarm from a sensor on a phone to a customer and you don't have the phone number, so what's the point? So I cannot speak for everyone, but I would say, looking from where I come from other industries, one of the things that we all together have to take super serious is customer data. Because if we want ever to come into partnerships and to think about sharing and knowing where customers are, I can today go AIS and I see where every boat is over a certain threshold of length. Some boats are invisible for me, but when you have 26 marinas, most of the boaters of the Met have been in one of our marinas. So collecting correct data from them is for us key. What we are doing on top of that, when people leave us, we ask them where they go. When people are away for 2 years, we call them and ask where they are, because we want to keep track, not for keeping track, but maybe we have a good offer at a certain moment to them. And therefore, sharing information, I think, is good. Other industries, and I know you personally, Idan, also working on it, trying to achieve that there is better data coming that could be shared across and maybe even used from others, and I couldn't agree more. Looking at my position right now in D-Marin, I have to say that we collect that data, we try to structure it, we try to use it every day, and I would recommend everybody to follow that path.
Keep the mic on. We have a few questions from the audience. We'll keep it short. We ask to be finished soon. But one of the questions is digitalization and AI marina. Is it for marina chains only or for independent small marinas too?
AI. What is a technology without a good use case? I haven't seen any technology earning money. I have seen good use cases earning money. And by that, you can use AI as a tool, for example. And therefore, do I believe that AI is disrupting the world in so many use cases? Yes. Do I believe that in a short period of time, AI will replace the skill set of a marinero helping somebody to moor? For sure not. But can you use AI to analyze your data correctly? Did we use AI to relaunch our website mainly based on AI? Yes, and you should use it. Did I'm a curious guy. I did a blog post myself, fully AI written. I put it on our website, and I ranked on Google #1 after 2 weeks. And this works in this industry so good because not everybody is also following some traces here. So when you ask me about usage of AI, for example, if I tell you what we are now on, we are optimizing the check-in process. It's a hassle for many customers because they have to use VHF. As a non-boater, that was so confusing to me that you use this in front of a marina. I fully understand the low frequency when you're on sea, but I don't really understand why you need it in front of a marina. But okay, it's there and you have to use it. But why not build a solution? And there are some startups who did it. It was just not scalable for us. So we built an augmented reality, driving people to the berth. You can ask for help in it. You can ask even for mooring assistance. If you're not a good boater, I would need it, for example, because you might feel embarrassed trying to moor your boat. You give us your arrival time. By doing those kind of stuff, you can use a lot of AI, estimating, for example, when is the peak season for people to come, and maybe give them a hint if you come there, it can help you. So if you ask me about AI, it will disrupt many things, but I would always say, find your use case first, and then see if technology can help you.
So there are a few more questions around that, and some of them are for you, in terms of what small marinas can do tomorrow before advanced technology and advanced capabilities and infrastructure, what they need to do tomorrow in order to be ready for AI and digital transformation.
First of all, check your existing data. Have a look at it. Everybody of you who only sees the occupancy of today should think, how can I see my occupancy in 2 months? That's first step. Then look at your customer data, check how many correct email addresses you got, how many do you have consent from a customer that you can attract them with marketing activities. Do you have an existing newsletter in place? There are so many mini steps you can establish to start that journey. And I would not recommend a marina that might be now being on a system that costs 10,000 euro a year to investigate how AI will disrupt my marina. I would say, do the basics, structure your data, use it, and give it to your people so that they look smart, they know the names of the customer, they greet them, and then follow the process of rigorous customer experience processes, and make sure that when a customer comes, if he's a super boater or not a super boater, that he gets the best service you can give to him. Because if we want to attract and motivate no boaters to come into this industry, you have to take away all the things that are now frictions to them, and most of them are that they are unsecure when they come into a marina if they get served well. And if you do that properly, I would recommend to many of you not to now do too much AI, because I don't think that we need this. Other industries will disrupt us first, and then we can follow. Everything that we have built is not by rocket science in a cellar. It is just that other industries have done it, and then we followed the path, and we asked the customer about the pain points, what is very, very necessary in our industry, and then you just adapt to that. So ask yourself, do you know the pain points of your customer? Then find the use cases, and if you can solve this with technology, perfect. If you solve that with people, also perfect.
Jamaine, if you can also take this question too about AI in your case. Do you want to take it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because you've been asked. Yeah.
Could you just repeat the question, please?
What is your take on AI for a single-owned, like a small marinas, what they can do tomorrow morning about using AI, how they can use it tomorrow morning?
Yeah, funnily enough, I get asked that question virtually once a week. AI is a tool to facilitate decision-making, to facilitate improved customer service or internal NPS score. I think for a small operator, there are AI platforms out there that perhaps you've actually got licenses for but not using, such as Microsoft Copilot. A lot of people have been known of ChatGPT. And the challenge, as I mentioned before, is that don't jump straight into AI, because it's not the destination. You know, as Matthias just said there, the destination is better customer satisfaction, increased and improved upsell and cross-sell. AI can facilitate that, but you have to have a strategic journey to get there. So AI works on the back of good quality data. So know your customers, understand what you're trying to achieve with your customers, and then AI can facilitate the decision-making on whether it's a marketing activity, whether it's a telephone call, whether it's an upsell or cross-sell. But AI in itself can't operate without that data structure.
Thank you. We're about to finish. I just first of all want to thank you very much. I think it's clear that we are collectively moving in that direction of data collection and customer-centric. I think that as Alberto Galassi was speaking from Ferretti a few days ago about there is a good thing and there is a good news and bad news. We have a long way to go. I think from my perspective as PKP, we're already working with some great partners like Trans-Europe Marinas and Blue Flag, and the idea is to advance data and communication standardization across the operation and extend the industry-wide visibility. Basically, our job is to connect the industry together. We believe that progress happens step by step, and collaboration is a key. If you're working on similar challenges or expanding new data partnership, we would love to connect with you and push the boundaries of what's possible. On behalf of the Smart Marina Working Group at ICOMIA, we welcome industry professionals and the speakers and panelists here to join us and to contribute their experience and expertise in shaping the future of marina digital transformation. We are currently actively involving contributions from the upcoming industry guidelines to continue to bring fresh voices and practical perspective into the process. So if you're interested, please reach out to ICOMIA. I would like to thank you, panelists. Thank you so much, Alberto and Roberto, and for your audience of being here today. Thank you so much.